Today's true story from the Bible comes from Esther. A beautiful girl named Esther lived in Persia with her cousin Mordecai. Esther's parents weren't alive, and Persia was a foreign country, not their home country. So Mordecai cared for her like a father. When the king of Persia wanted a new queen, Esther and some other young women were taken to the king's palace to meet him. Out of all the women brought to meet the king, Esther was chosen as queen. Woohoo! The king knew he loved her when he saw her. But Esther had a secret. Put your finger to your lips like you have a secret. Esther was a Jew who was one of God's people. Jews weren't always treated kindly, so she didn't tell. Esther's life was really changing, but Mordecai's life was about to be in danger. A man named Haman had become powerful in the kingdom, and the king told everyone to bow down and show respect for Haman. But Mordecai wouldn't do it. Say, nope. Haman was angry. But things got even worse when Haman found out Mordecai was a Jew. He convinced the king to get rid of the Jews. Oh no, this is terrible. Mordecai sent Esther the terrible news and begged her to ask the king for help. Esther didn't know if she could pull this off. It was dangerous to go speak to the king without being invited. But Mordecai said, "What if you are in the palace for such a time as this?" What if she could save his people? Esther told Mordecai to have everyone pray and fast. She would do the same. Can you make praying hands? Then she would go talk to the king, even though it was risky. When Esther went to him, he held out his golden scepter, allowing Esther to speak to him. Esther invited the king and Haman to 2 feasts. At the feast, the king asked, "Is there something you want, Esther? What is it?" Esther shared about the plan Haman had to get rid of the Jews and asked the king to save her and her family. The king was angry, but not at Esther. He was angry at Haman. Where is the angry king? Why would Haman want to get rid of all the queen's people? Haman was punished, and the king wrote a new law to protect all of the Jews. God's people were saved. Everyone shout, "Hooray!" Esther risked her life to save her people, God's chosen people. And many years later, Jesus gave up his life to save all people. Jesus showed how great and mighty God is, and that nothing